Hey y'all, it's Brady. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today's video, I'm going to share with you some meals that I have put together for another What's for Dinner video. These are going to be some meals over the last couple of weeks, and I'm just going to put them all into one video. And then hopefully in the future, we will get more consistent weekly What's for Dinner videos out for you. So if you'll excuse me, my voice sounds terrible. I actually sound much better today than I have in like a week. Well, not a week, like 3 days. So if you don't know already, my daughter was sick, then I caught it, and it's hit me pretty hard. So I am here though, we are doing this, and I am excited to share these meals with you. Just forgive my voice in a lot of these clips. Let's jump right on into it, and I'll see you at the end. All right, so this first meal we just grilled out this night. I grilled some marinated chicken, some beer brats, and some hot dogs. And we did the oven roasted potatoes there with some onions and butter, just slow roasted. And then we got some corn on the cob back there. It was delicious. All right, night number 2, we are going to have these ranch roasted baby potatoes. So I'm just chopping up these little potatoes. I did wash them. You could leave them whole. You could cut them in half. You could do them in fourths. You can do whatever you want. You can use larger red potatoes, whatever you would prefer. So, all right. So once you've got your potatoes chopped up however you wish, I'm going to add some extra virgin olive oil here, some onion, dehydrated onion, like minced onion, and then also some garlic powder and some parsley flakes. You could stop here, but I'm also adding this packet of ranch seasoning mix. This makes the most incredible roasted potatoes. Y'all, these are phenomenal. We would eat these every day if given the opportunity. So just mix them up here with your olive oil and the rest of your spices and that ranch packet. Once they're nice and coated, you're going to put them in the oven for on 400 degrees until they are soft in the middle and crispy on the outside. So there's a look at putting them in there. All right, moving on, we're going to put together our hamburger steaks for this evening. So I'm just adding in some Worcestershire sauce to about 1.5 pounds of 80/20 ground beef, as well as some garlic powder, minced onion. You can kind of see a trend here of what I keep it simple with and what I generally cook with. Okay, so use your best kitchen utensils here, your fingers and your hands, and mix this up. Some of mine was just a little bit frozen still, so I'm still having to kind of break up those pieces, but they turned out just fine. And then once this is all combined, you'll make some patties, throw them in a hot skillet with some butter and olive oil, and they are good to go. So that is what we did for the hamburger steaks. All right, so before I throw in my hamburger steaks, I actually decided to kind of caramelize, I guess, some onions. So I just melted like a tablespoon or 2 of butter in my skillet here. And this is the same skillet that I'm going to cook my hamburger steaks in. But once the butter was melted, I just added in some yellow onion. And you're going to watch my error here. Oh, look at that. There was still like half an onion in there that was not chopped. So we're going to take that out and just slice it up over the stove. Nothing fancy here. Just cut it up and throw it in there. So this is real life, real home cooking. This is not some Food Network worthy presentation or, you know, movie or show here. So you're going to just do the best you can, put these in here, let them cook down for a while. This did take a while, so it's certainly a step you could skip, but my husband thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't eat cooked onions. Well, I don't eat raw onions either, other than green onions, but I like the flavor that it gives, but they're just not my favorite to bite into. So let me know if any of you are that way. That's kind of where I'm at on it. So once these cook down, I'll show you here in a minute. It was about 10 or 15 minutes later, and you can see they cooked down to pretty much nothing, but they were delicious on top of our steaks. Okay, so I pulled those from the pan, and then I'm going to throw in the hamburger steaks. We'll let them cook a good few minutes on each side, flip them, and then we will, you know, just make sure they're good and cooked through, and that will be dinner. Okie doke, so here's a look at dinner. We've got the hamburger steaks. We're going to plate those up with the cooked onions there, and then I'll show you our sides. We had some leftover green beans that we had cooked. Those are just those Italian cut green beans with some good old bacon grease cooked down for a little bit. And then there's our ranch roasted potatoes. We also had some leftover macaroni and cheese, so I heated that up from another meal that was left, and that is what's for dinner. So there's my husband's plate. Definitely delicious. All right, let's move into the next meal. I'm going to add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil to this hot skillet. And you could do this on a cooktop or anything, you know, like a griddle or something like that too would work. I have got about a pound of boneless, skinless chicken breast chopped up, and I'm going to throw those into the oil. And then once this cooks down, well, as it cooks, I'm going to add some seasonings here, some garlic powder, some salt, some pepper, and we are going to make some chicken tacos. So, garlic powder, add that in, and I do this as it's cooking. You can do it, you know, season it beforehand, whatever you prefer. I just go hot skillet. Oh, and some cumin. So I do hot skillet, cut up the chicken while the pan is heating. Put the cool room temperature oil into the hot pan. Give it about a minute. As soon as the oil heats up, then I add in our chicken. So then I add in my spices and just saute this up until it is ready to go. All right, so this just takes a little bit. It's going to cook up. I'm also going to add some chili powder. You could add taco seasoning here, but I find that it is just fine seasoned just with this. I also added in some onion powder, so you could do that too, whatever you prefer. I definitely recommend the cumin. It gives a really good flavor. So once your chicken is cooked through, you are good to go, and I will show you how we plate up ours with some corn tortillas. And then the girls also had flour tortillas, and these were delicious. All right, so here's a look at what's for dinner this Sunday evening. We've got some homemade chicken tacos on corn tortillas. We've got some shredded white cheddar cheese and sour cream and lettuce, and then, of course, the chicken that you saw me cook up earlier. We've got some beans, some hot sauce, and I've got watermelon with mine and some lime juice and no sour cream on mine. And then I did make, like I showed you, the pinto beans. And then I'll show you over here, never mind the dishes, show you what the girls have got. So they've got like deconstructed tacos, some watermelon as well, a little bit of beans, some flour tortillas, blueberries, carrots. Her carrots are hiding, but yeah, that is what is for dinner. And then I also heated up some of the Gordo's cheese dip, and we will split that with some tortilla chips. So I am ready to dig in. All right, and our next meal of this video, I'm going to make some homemade chicken Alfredo with some blackened seasoned chicken. So I am just I just cut up some pieces of boneless, skinless chicken breast, and I am sauteing them in my pan here. We're going to get some water boiling for some quick mini farfalle noodles. You can use absolutely any noodles, but there's the Weber Kickin' Chicken seasoning. And then I'm also going to saute some green beans for the side. And I think we also had a salad with this as well. All right, while that was cooking, I did steam up some green beans, and now I've got them in a pan with some olive oil and some sauteed garlic and some salt and pepper. And we're just going to let these continue to cook. And then, while I was away, I took that, when that chicken was out, I just used the same pan, so it's why it's not perfectly white. And I made an Alfredo sauce with just some, a couple of tablespoons of butter, a few tablespoons of minced garlic, and then about 1.5 cups of whipping, like heavy whipping cream. There's our noodles that are boiling away. They are pretty much done, so we'll drain those up and then plate up our dinner. This is super simple, super easy, especially when you have some chicken left over. But as you can see here, I didn't, and it still turned out fine. There's some bread in the oven too. All right, you can hear the chaos behind us, but at least it's happy chaos. This is dinner tonight. We have got the mini farfalle noodles, some of that seasoned chicken, and the Alfredo sauce, our garlic, green beans, a little bit of the French bread that we had cooking. The girls have got just plain rotisserie chicken, some carrots and ranch, some croutons, cantaloupe, and blueberries. Same thing going on over here. I'm about to make my plate, and I'm also gonna do, we've got a tiny bit of lettuce left, so I'm just gonna do a little salad with mine as well. So that's what's for dinner tonight. All right, y'all, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. If you are brand new here, I would love to have you stick around and subscribe. We do lots of cooking videos and recipe videos, but a lot of grocery hauls. So if grocery hauls are your thing, hit that subscribe button and stick around. More of those will be coming. Also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Sorry, again, my voice, y'all. And talk to me down in the comments. Let me know what you are making this week and what you have made, what meals were a flip or a flop or whatever. A hit or a miss, whatever you want to call it. I love talking to y'all in the comments, so that's where I'll see you until our next video. Bye-bye.